What's going on, guys? It's Prempods here, back with another video. Today we're going to be looking into Game Week 15's fixtures. We'll be putting our score predictions there. We'll see if we can get any closer, and let's get right into it.
The first game of match day 15 is Forest versus Brentford.
Yes.
What have you said for this one?
I think this could be a tight game, but still, Forest. You still wonder kind of where Forest goals are going to come from as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident in Brentford's Premier League solidity at the minute with their team and how they play, how they approach fixtures. So I've gone with 3-1 away win to Brentford.
Makes sense. I've gone for the same deficit, but just a different sort of scoreline. I've gone 2-0 Brentford. When we look at the XG stats, we've got Forest scoring between 0 and 1, and then we've got Brentford scoring between 1 and 2. So yeah, it's going to be close, I think, this game. 3-1 could be if Brentford if Ivan Toney turns up.
Didn't score last week.
Yeah.
He's bound to get back on the score sheet at some point. I think Forest will be that team that he scores against next week.
Yeah, away as well. I hope Forest can actually show something.
It'll be good, it'd be good to see Forest beat a team like Brentford. Like I said, who are kind of seemingly like an established Premier League team now.
They've beat Liverpool now.
Beat Liverpool, exactly, yeah. So they need to start getting results though. If they're going to survive this Premier League, they need to start getting results in some of these games, innit?
Yeah, they're bottom of the table.
Yeah, I don't think it will be Brentford, to be honest. I don't think it'll be this game week, but stranger things have happened. We didn't think Forest would beat Liverpool. We didn't think Leeds would beat Liverpool. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, it's very, very true. Very true. That one could go either way, but yeah, as we say, we both think Brentford are basically just going to be too strong.
Yeah.
Going into the second game, we've got Wolves versus Brighton. How have you said this one's going?
I've gone with some recent fixtures and history with this fixture, and I think 0-0.
0-0.
Surprisingly, yes.
Gone for a goalless draw.
Goalless draw, especially when Brighton have just scored 4 at home against Chelsea.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it will be a draw, but I'm going to go with 0-0. I'm going to go for just, goalless.
Fair play. I've gone draw as well, but I've gone 2-2. Brighton scoring loads last week. I think they'll grab a couple away. I think Wolves won't want to kind of get too far behind them, so I think every time Brighton score, Wolves will score, and then ultimately the game.
But that's the thing we were saying as well about game week 14, that where are Wolves going to get their goals from really as well. It's another team that is kind of worrying. They don't score too many goals. Yeah. Obviously they are at home, but that's why I've kind of gone with 0-0. I think they don't score too many goals. Costa's not there. They need to get goals from maybe Podence, Neto, them type of players. Neves is picking up a few goals here and there. But I went with 0-0 just because, again, Prem's weird. It wouldn't surprise me if Brighton slapped Chelsea 4-1 last week. And then they go and draw, then they don't score any. That's why I've gone with that, really. Yeah,
no, it makes sense. And Wolves' XG is between 0 and 1. 0.95, so it's pretty close to that one. But yeah, as you say, don't know how they're going to get their goals, really. And yeah, the XG for Brighton is between 1 and 2. So could be a tight game, this one. We both gone draws.
Yeah.
We'll probably get it completely wrong. So we'll have to wait and see.
That's the way it is.
Literally. Going into the third game, we should see these lot run through these lot, to be fair. Manchester City versus Fulham at the Etihad. I can't see anything else, although we did say this for Leeds, Liverpool, and Leeds, Nottingham Forest. And we got
we haven't.
Sorry,
Liverpool. Right about Liverpool. I think other teams not too bad with how the result is going to go.
Yeah, we've been alright.
Maybe not the correct score, obviously, but the result near there or thereabouts.
How have you said this one's going, my friend?
I think City. I've gone 3-0.
I've gone
Etihad.
Same.
I don't know if Haaland is back. I'm sure there's a little bit of a.
On my fantasy team, it says 75% chance of playing.
So he probably will play.
Maybe. I don't think they'll play him because it's Fulham. And I think they'll play Alvarez and he'll score.
Yeah. So. But he's not playing at the World Cup, so he's like, you might as well try and get him as much match sharpness because he's not going to be for like 2
Would you want to risk him at Fulham and he gets injured for the rest of the season?
That's the thing. Innit? I don't. Yeah, if he's a doubt, then I don't think he'll play because Alvarez and other players can come in and they're scoring goals as well. But that's kind of why I went 3-0. Uncertainty on Haaland whether he's going to play. But you know what? I kind of was going to kind of lean towards Fulham getting a goal.
That's what I was going to do.
Not saying a draw or anything like them winning, but I was leaning towards them getting a goal. But I'm just not sure, man. City,
Etihad.
Good team defensively, very good team, very well organised. Hardly give you a chance on the ball. So yeah, 3-0.
Very true. I've captained Cancelo in my fantasy team as well. This week, just to let you know.
Decent shot.
I think he'll get a clean sheet and I think he'll get a couple of assists. I said 3-0 as well, the exact same scoreline. Looking at the XG stats, we've got City scoring between 2 and 3, and we've got Fulham scoring between 1 and 2. But both of us have said they're not going to score.
Maybe Mitro.
That's what I was leaning, but I thought
maybe he might just nick a goal at Etihad.
I can't see it
for the resume, but yeah,
we'll go. We shall see how that one goes. To be fair, so going into the fourth game, we've got Leeds hosting Bournemouth at Ellen Road. How have you predicted this one?
I went for a 2-1 Leeds victory.
2-1, same result at Liverpool.
At Ellen Road
again.
Bournemouth again. They'll be kind of happy with their performance maybe against Spurs, but not obviously particularly the result, how it went in the end. But this is another team that they can look to and maybe nick points off in a game against Leeds. But I do still think Leeds' intensity probably will be just a bit too much for Bournemouth and they'll just edge it. So that's why I went 2-1.
Makes sense. I've gone 2-0 Leeds. I just don't see where Bournemouth score from. Looking at them in the list. Kiefer Moore,
that's true. Just kick on.
It's very true. But looking at them in the list, they've got the lowest XG in the league, 0.71. For this game, they're getting between 0 and 1. And Leeds are looking to get between, where's my Leeds? Between 1 and 2. So we've pretty similar on this one. You've obviously just gone to Bournemouth to get a consolation goal. Yeah,
because Leeds are so attacking as well, and they don't kind of leave themselves open sometimes. So I think they could. You never know, Bournemouth could win this game. It's not what I think personally this week, but yeah,
it's true. Going into the next one, we've got Everton hosting Leicester.
Yes, I went with 1-1 actually for this game.
Why have you gone 1-1?
Leicester are a funny team away from home at the minute. Apart from obviously, I think it was Wolves they beat 4-0 away or something like that. It was 4-0 away. But Everton, again, I don't know. It was one of them strange ones. Again, this is one that I'm not too confident on which way it will go. So I'm going with a draw, and that is also based on some history as well of how this fixture normally goes. So 1-1.
1-1. Without looking at any historical data, I said 1-1 as well. Again, one of those games where both teams have scored a few goals in different games, and they're racking up goals, but I feel like they'll just kind of butt heads here.
Yeah, they could just cancel each other out. I know what you mean, exactly.
I think they'll butt heads. But looking at the XG, we've got Everton who should score between 1 and 2, and Leicester who should score between 0 and 1. So very similar in terms of it could very much be a 1-1 game. That's what it's kind of looking like to me. Going on to probably the best fixture of the weekend, maybe second best. I think it's going to be the best.
I think it's because of the derby and stuff like that. Anyway, go on.
The London derby at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea versus Arsenal. I think we are going to smoke these lot. What have you said?
I actually went for a 2-2 draw.
You've done me here.
I went for a 2-2 draw.
Put me on a downer.
I'm sorry, I know. I was even slightly, even because of your form and stuff, but not recent history, more just like history looked at as a whole, how games go at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I was going
to edge towards the Chelsea win, but recent events, your performance, currently, all of them things added up, I think it'll be similar to like the Liverpool game. I think you probably come away with it and thinking we should have won that game. Hopefully you do.
Yeah.
But I just think Chelsea do turn up for bigger games sometimes. Obviously, you won't need any motivation, like we said before. Yeah. So mine's just a draw, I'm afraid.
2-2, fair enough. Well, I've gone for the same total goals, but I've gone 3-1 Arsenal. I think we are going to tear these lot a new one. And I hope it goes 4-5-6 because many a time we've gone into Stamford Bridge with great form and we've come out the other side thinking, who has turned up today? No one's played well. And their Chelsea team seem to be on like just taking cocaine or something. They're just running around the pitch. Even in games where you think, okay, yeah, Chelsea should win this game. Like, they've lost 4-1 to Brighton. The Premier League's so weird they could beat us 4-1.
That's what I'm saying. It's more of a problem that they did lose by that scoreline to Brighton.
Yep.
If they won or maybe it wasn't as
they'd be
bad,
complacent.
Maybe they might have they'll be a bit happier. Arsenal game.
I know Potter's gone into that training session and
said, they're going to be raging, and he's going to be saying to them, listen, if you play like that against Arsenal, it's going to be 8 or 9. Yeah. So they're going to need to bring the A game massively compared to what they did last week. I think they probably will, to be honest, but not enough. I don't think they'll beat you.
Okay, I'm glad that you've kind of said that they won't beat us. At Stamford Bridge is pretty good.
It's not the worst result in the world.
No, definitely not. I think Jesus is going to grab 2. And I think he's gonna look right over into your eyes and say, there's where my goals are. In the big games.
Who's scoring Chelsea's one then?
Probably Mason Mount. I like Mason Mount.
I was
or Broya. Give it a rest.
You think if Chelsea get... No, Jorginho will take it.
Jorginho will take the pen if they get it, yeah. Oh no, start Oba, please. Our defenders know how to do it.
That's what I think will happen. I think Jorginho will score. That's just a random prediction. Yeah, I think they'll get a pen and Jorginho will take it.
And it'll be 3-1. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be a consolation goal in the 89th minute. We're going to beat them. And we're going to stay top of the league.
Top of the league.
Going in to another game, which could be tasty as well, to be honest with you, because they've had quite like tasty fixtures in the past, I would say, is Villa United.
Tasty, is it?
I think so. I think there's been some good games at both reverse fixtures, like going over Old Trafford.
Yeah. I think I've gone for the same score as I did United last week against West Ham, 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've gone for that again. I don't know, Villa are another weird team, man. They had a really good performance against City earlier on in the season at home. They're another strange one, but United should be able to carry on this confidence train that they're going on, and they should be able to dispatch Villa for me, convincingly.
Makes perfect sense. I've gone for 2-1 United, just one less goal for United. Looking at the XG, both of them again, this is happening to United quite a lot. Both of them again got between 1 and 2 goals, or they should be getting between 1 and 2 goals.
Yeah, it's still early, so the averages probably do always come around to about that, innit?
Yeah, at this stage, yeah, because you've pretty much scored near enough the same amount of goals as you play games, unless you're Manchester City.
Like 2, that's what I say, 1 or 2, innit, basically.
Unless you're Man City and score 6 all the time. But no, yeah, I think that game will be quite fun. It'll be interesting to see what happens at Villa Park.
For sure.
Going on.
Turn them over, Villa.
Oh, hope so.
Brilliant. Be beautiful.
Start Ronaldo and he scores.
Start Ronaldo.
Doesn't score again.
Gives away a pen.
Yeah.
Gets sent off.
Absolutely brilliant, that would be. And then we've got Southampton, Newcastle in the next one. How have you gone with this one?
I went for a decent away win. I think even though Newcastle are where they are and Southampton are where they are, I think I've gone with 2-1 for Newcastle, and I think that will be a good enough away win for them. They'll be happy enough with that. It's a weird league, like we've always said.
Mm-hmm.
Southampton are a strange team.
Mm-hmm.
They need to turn it around at some point. It's just when I don't think it's if they turn it around. I think it's when, and we're just waiting for that fixture to come up. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be Newcastle again this week coming up.
No.
But they should give a better account of themselves.
They should, hopefully. I've gone 3-0 Newcastle. I just don't see where Southampton are scoring from. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I hope they prove me wrong, because the more teams in the Premiership that are scoring, the more.
And we need to start. It's like we need to start taking points off Newcastle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they're going to come fourth.
Yeah,
it's looking like
points off Newcastle. So yeah, come on Southampton, bloody turn around at some point.
Yeah, literally a draw would be brilliant here. If they nick a win,
beat Newcastle at home and then draw your next game. That's a beautiful way to end.
That would be brilliant, to be fair. Going into the second last game, we've got West Ham against Crystal Palace. What have you said for this one?
I said 1-0 to West Ham. To Wham. I said 1-0 to Wham.
I said the exact same. I see this game. We've got quite a few similar scores in this game week.
Yeah, it's just this is Usually a tight one.
It could be 1-0 Palace.
West Ham don't give too many goals away either. Like United found out last week. No, they don't get smashed really at home. And I don't think they'll get beat, to be honest. I think they'll come away, scrape a 1-0 win in a tight game where Palace probably will have a couple of chances. I think it's just whoever takes their chances in that game. I just gone more with West Ham home advantage. And I probably see them conceding less than I would see Palace conceding. Yeah, so
that makes sense. I think Palace are quite strong against many opponents, but I think West Ham, they just do something to teams. Like, when you look at them play against United and City, you think, how did he sort of survive?
They grind
but then they beat the teams around them.
They do well.
So, yeah, I think West Ham are just ultimately exactly like you said, they're going to nick it, basically.
They've got to start slowly creeping up this table as well. So
yeah, they're down in 13th right now.
Yeah.
It's appalling, to be honest with you. They should be way higher. Like, you've got teams like Brentford and Fulham above them.
So if they win, they beat Palace, they go above Palace, isn't it?
If they win, they get up to 17 and they go slot in above you lot, obviously, without any games.
Yeah,
they'll slot in above you without anyone else.
But I've said Palace because they're playing Palace, so they'll be.
Oh yeah. They'll go above Palace. Yeah. Palace will stay on 16. And looking at you're quite right actually. Looking at the goal difference, West Ham have got -2 and Palace have got -3. So clubs that are really close. And again, 13 they've goals for and 16 against, and then West Ham are 11 for and 13 against. So very similar, but they don't score.
Are doing better at home in these games. So
West Ham are at home in it. So
home advantage.
I think West Ham will do it. I think West Ham will nick it. Coming on to what I think will be a great fixture. To round off the weekend, we've got Spurs, who are hosting Liverpool at the Lane.
Yes, this is the 4:30 on Sunday. It's going to be an interesting game.
It'll be a fun game.
It always is actually a fun game when we go and play Spurs away, and they're pretty good actually. They've got a good record against us away from when they're at home. Sorry.
Their home form, as I was saying to you before this video,
yeah, they do well.
Really good.
Yeah, they're not too good away from home. Like if it was at Anfield, I'd be a lot more confident.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
after Leeds result.
Well, again, we've done all right in the bigger games.
Big games,
like playing yourselves. United wasn't a great one, but that again, yourselves and United both away. You beat City at home.
Yeah, true. True. I think you beat. I think you do beat Spurs.
I've gone with 2-1 myself. I've gone with 2-1. 2-1 is a score that does prop up frequently for both teams, not just for Liverpool. Either way, but we can't go and lose 3 on the bounce.
No.
We can't go and lose 3 on the bounce.
No. Even if it is away,
we cannot go and lose 3 on the bounce. This is going to be clipped today if we go and get battered by Spurs, but we cannot lose 3 on the bounce. You just can't.
No.
So after the Forest game, okay, Leeds or whatever, we turn that around. No, it's not happening again. Okay, can we turn around the Spurs?
Big game, you have to.
We normally turn up for the bigger games. It seems we're dropping back into our old selves of not having enough to beat the lower league table teams. But we normally do turn up for the bigger games.
Spurs normally do bottle it against you.
But they've got a good record. But I'm still going 2-1 in it, either way.
I've gone for the exact same scoreline. 2-1 Liverpool. I think ultimately it could be 3, could be 4 if it was a different kind of season. But looking at this year, I think you're just kind of scraping.
They're pretty dull as dishwater. I mean, we're not much better to watch this season, but Spurs are doing well and they're not good to watch. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're not good to watch, and we're not doing well as well a lot of the time.
No, Spurs are really boring. Even at home, sometimes I was seeing some of the fans getting proper annoyed when like Højbjerg will get the ball and look to start an attack, and he'll just go backwards, and then everyone's like, oh.
And Son had a little injury. Not a little one. It seemed pretty bad actually from Champions League a couple of days ago or yesterday. So he probably won't play against us. I don't think he will play actually.
Hopefully, then you'll be all right. Definitely. Then they'll just have
it's just literally Kane, and they'll play Richarlison, and that idiot,
runs about.
Yeah,
he's not gonna do it.
He's just there to kick people actually.
Basically.
So especially if Son don't play and they don't have that much of a threat on the counter, we should win.
Yeah, I reckon you'll.
Because they're going to sit back, innit?
Yeah, they'll sit back.
Even at home,
they're going to try and score first. So first 45, you'll get a bit of pressure.
But if Son's not playing, I'm not as worried. If it's just Kane, because you just isolate Kane, and you just watch for the runners in behind, because Kane loves to drop in sometimes, turn and ping balls. He likes to drop into the 10. But
now you're saying that, the only one person I'm really scared of against you lot is not an attacking player, it's Perisic, because Trent is going to deal. It's going to be hard to deal with him.
That's an interesting watch, actually, because he could be someone that gets missed in terms of people picking him up. So, and he's a player with good quality as well. So you're right, that could be.
And it depends if he sticks Harvey Elliott or Curtis Jones. I'm more likely to say if Harvey Elliott plays, he probably will. I don't know why, but Harvey Elliott seems to track more than Curtis Jones. Or is it just my opinion? I don't know.
It seems like that for sure. I would definitely, Elliott for me is ahead of Curtis Jones at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd actually play.
It's a hard one.
If there was I'll play Elliott ahead of Jones in this game. I wouldn't play both of them. That was a big mistake. I think we played Elliott and Jones against Forest or something like that. That was a big mistake. I was just thinking, we're going to get bullied, because you've got players like Kouyaté and Yates.
Yates puts himself
about, and they're not going to give them any time on the ball. So this game you might get a bit more time on the ball actually with Spurs, because they might just see, freedom, you know what I mean? They might they'll sit back and see what you do, rather than just trying to press and just do as much as they can and just put themselves about. They're more structured, like men behind the ball. So
it's true. Now that we're speaking,
actually more time on the ball. But that's the thing. If that's the case, you should play Thiago and Elliott or something like that.
Yeah, it's true. Now that we're speaking, I would have been a lot more confident for the 2-1 if Diaz was not injured. But now that Diaz is injured, I'm thinking it could sway 2-2. I'm going to stick with 2-1.
I think Nunes will have a part to play. That's what I'm going to say.
The League Two.
I think he's going to have a part to play. Slowly, he's flopping his way. Someone said it as well recently. He's flopping his way to 20 goals all comps.
Do it.
First season, it won't be too bad. Obviously, he doesn't look too pretty doing it.
No.
And I don't think he won't. But he's had some moments where you're like, you've just smashed that. That was great technique, great volley, left foot, right foot. Sometimes moments, but we'll see, man.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, you're on 20 points. I'm on 19. Let's see if I can close the gap even further, or maybe even overtake you. But thank you very much for watching. We've been Prempods, and we'll see you in the next one.
Until next time.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Have a great rest of your day, and see you all again soon.